Okay, hello everyone. My name is Amin, and I'm gonna talk about home IoT security considerations. If you want to purchase something that it communicates data, just make sure where, from whom you're buying it. It's what I want to talk about that I'm gonna walk you through that. So basically, if you want to have some sort of home automation or just check like the temperature of outside, inside, you are out, you want to see your garage. So you go to Amazon, Alibaba, whatever.com, you have Wi-Fi at home, and there are plenty of options, easy to implement. You just do what you buy. And price, awesome, inexpensive. But something might be missing. And it was the idea. I live in Canada. I have a niece. I wanted to be the cool uncle. I wanted to make something for her when she wakes up. She can look at the monitor in her room, and she knows, does she need to grab an umbrella, layer up? Is it going to be cold, raining, snowing, whatever? So I was like, okay, let's do that for her, and I can set it up. I don't need to ask anyone. But I'm going to use their Wi-Fi. I don't want to open any breach to their house. So maybe I need to study some protocols, see how the security is, then I do it for her. So easy, get your stuff, establish a connection, sniff your data, and then what you need, just open it in Wireshark. So I needed 2 microcontrollers, temperature sensor, monitor, like a screen, and the other side, my WLAN-PI, R2, and Wireshark. So far, not a big deal, everything is easy. And we know all of these things. I don't know what happened. Okay. We know all of these things, the roadmap of changes in security. We had a talk about that this morning as well. I watched all of those videos. I studied the book for CWSP exam. Again, these days we talked about WLPC a lot. However, something is missing, which is there is a big gap, like a bracket of time between WPA 2 and 3. And many devices were manufactured, and they are just capable of WPA 2. We always talk about legacy clients. Also, there are many IEs in RSN capabilities of WPA 3, which the transition mode doesn't work well. So I'm sorry, I had to do that on WPA 2, and still we are dealing with that. So I got the link set up. One side, I did a HTTP web server. I read the temperature. I got an IP address from a missed AP at home. And the other side, I did a GET request, and I got the data. Everything was cool since it happened. Like the website Jim Palmer showed the other day, we are causing the problems. People, we are doing just the hacking and everything, and we just need to have the 4-way handshake and fit it to the Wireshark, and simply you can see the temperature. So I was like, okay, the first one, I didn't like it. What if my MicroPython coding was not the best? Maybe I need to change the port, maybe I need to change the library, but still, same. So let's go to HTTPS. It is always famous to bring more security to the show. Let's do that one. The port is different. We love to see the lock icon on the top. So maybe by doing that and my MicroPython coding, I'm going to do it better. I spent time on studying the library, and I realized to the best way of my understanding, in fact, it is HTTP with the cloak of HTTPS. There's no certificate. It sounds a little bizarre, but it was like that. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do that on C. However, we have 2 types of certificates, self-signed, validated. What will happen if you do it with the self-sign? You'll see this annoying page. Sometimes you feel like, okay, I'm smart. You know what? Proceed on safe, and the problem is solved. What you're going to do now, you're letting people who know are poisoning to come to the show, steal your certificate, and you're letting them to do man-in-the-middle attack. So still, you're better, but there is a chance of some sort of manipulation of your data. So if you want to do that real, you need it with validated certificate. And I was like, okay, let's check another one. Let's go to the MQTT. If you have a broker in the middle, and the way it works, you have publish, subscribe, and each message goes by a topic. Let's say lamp, on, off, door, open, close. And you need a broker. The broker can be on the cloud, can be physical. I did it on the cloud. I did that via MicroPython coding. It was not stable. I went to C. I captured and I looked at that and I was like, okay, my feed is the topic. I saw something somehow obfuscated. I just did a little search on the net and I realized via just a simple hex to UTF converter, I can see that. I did a closer look to that. It is my code, and in that message, we can simply see the credentials that I authenticate myself to the cloud. So if somebody sniff my data, can simply read everything. All of the data I'm communicating, my credentials, everything. MQTT is not bad, don't get me wrong. The way that I was implementing might not be the best. And here's the thing. When we purchase something, we don't know who did that, what type of coding is behind that. Maybe some sort of AI-generated ChatGPT simple code that might end up to this. And all the thing that I was trying to understand at that moment was that if the coding is not the best, if the way it is implemented is not the best, I might open that security breach. Then I was like, okay, let's check the last one, ESP now. How is this one working since it's a proprietary direct communication? I had the same setup. First I saw, okay, there is no authentication. It's more like a perm based on Mac. Not bad. I sniffed the data. I didn't see anything in the data frame. I was like, okay, the newbie hacker will give up. However, I studied more and I saw, okay, the data is in the action frame, which is a management frame. But wait, what? If we don't have MFP, it goes in clear text. I looked more and I got disappointed because there is no MFP. Even though it is using CCMP coding and everything, but it's not good. I put everything into the table. The sniffing is for all, yes, not a big deal. I just did that because I wanted to show I was doing that on the wireless. And the rest, I mean, you can study that when it gets updated, that's uploaded on the YouTube. The thing is that what I want to say, for all of them, there is a possibility. Our system might be touched, the level of expertise, wickedness, how stubborn the hacker is, it might happen. We should know something. First of all, if we can update our system, we must. We must update what we have. We must do that because we want the better. Second, it was the approach that I had. Like in the past, we had the crocodiles, we had the gate, we had the surveillance towers. So multi-factor authentication, firewall, antivirus. When we bring different things, we make it more difficult, I would say. So just to wrap it up, we have some trade-offs. Always we should think of, I mean, yeah, it's good, it's bad, it's good, it's bad, but ease of implementation is important. We should find something for the battery consumption. I don't want to go out -20 shivering and change the battery every day. So if I think of HTTPS, maybe it's not the best for my telemetry. And also, if the coding is not good, I'm going to open like a web browsing to everyone and anyone, so just they can see what is happening. Also, these days, cloud-based API, so maybe MQTT, ESP now, they could be a good option. The other thing, the last notes, if we can use updated WPA3, it's the best, so we should try or just do our best with WPA2. I guess at once we should stop using legacy devices. We are all talking about legacy devices, but maybe it's for those reasons better to stop. And always we should stay vigilant about all sorts of social engineering, and most of the times we cause the problems. Whatever I said, I was studying that for like 4 months, something, and practicing, I ended up publishing one IEEE paper with a proposal in the end. I presented in August in Austria, and I guess that was it from my side. Thank you.